Hey! So I finished the reinstall on your TXQ Saber's Darth Maul hilts. Got it reinstalled with a custom static chassis with the provided components. So the Proffie v2.2, the illuminated earplugs connector, as well as the 22mm speaker. So to access the internals, just unscrew the lower handle, like so, revealing your new glitter red static chassis. So here's your new chassis. It's housing the Proffie v2.2. Got a kill switch up here. This takes a protected 18650 battery. So this is just kind of one of the test batteries I have. You have your 22mm speaker in there and a Pommel Pixel PCB over here. So instead of the provided Pixel PCB, I've opted just for a single pixel. That way you open up more holes for sound venting. So to access the micro USB port, because it's parallel with the chassis and because it's kind of blocked over here, you may need to use a micro USB or like an angled micro USB adapter. So the battery holder on this may be a little bit tighter because I have to fit both the battery and the board in a 1-inch diameter section. So I have to tweak some of the tolerances around. So usually you want to wedge your kind of fingernail in the positive end and just pry it out. If you can't, I like to use something non-conductive, like just kind of like a wooden craft stick. Just wedge it in there and then carefully pry it out, like so. If you need to access the SD card, you can just kind of grab it from there. And then when reinserting the battery, make sure you insert it in negative side first. And also, if you can, make sure that there's no protrusions in the battery. If there are, you kind of want to make sure that is facing down, so it doesn't get stuck, it doesn't get caught on the lower handle. So just insert it in negative side first. I like to put this seam over here facing down, and then just snap it in place, like so.
If the trace was correct, I will find them quickly, Master.
So for the Pommel pixel, so this eliminates the crystal in the pommel. I have it styled so that when the saber is off, it has a kind of pulsing effect. And then when the saber is on, it would have an audio effect and also reflect some of the auxiliary effects like blotchy blocks. So let's insert the lower shell back in. And like I said, because the battery is tighter, just make sure you slide in carefully. So screwing it all the way, make sure the buttons line up. And you may also want to tighten the pommel cap just a bit. So the top button is your main switch, the bottom button is your auxiliary. If you want, you can actually swap those two in the config as well. So let's insert a 7/8" blade in here. So I don't actually have a short 7/8" test blade, so I'm just going to be using a full-length blade for now. You want to loosen the retention screw, which is this one right here. Just carefully get a 1.5mm Allen key, loosen that, slide the blade in, and then tighten that back up. So we got blaster effects, got flash on flash. You got your smooth swing as well as your accent swings. So the SD card has tons of fonts on it, but I've just done a few of the dark side fonts on here for now. That way you can kind of have basically kind of like a template to get started with styling the blade as well as the pommel crystal. So here's a Vader.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren unstable effect.
Tarandalikos. At last we will have revenge.
And back to the Darth Maul font. So there you go. Here's your TXQ Darth Maul saber we installed with a custom static chassis with the provided Proffie v2.2. So I'm going to have the sample test config. I'm going to load that onto SD card and I'll get that sent over to you as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. As always, thank you so much for letting me work on this, and may the force be with you.